Tough game. Tough game. I thought their toughness was better than ours. 17 offensive rebounds. Not our standard. We had to do a better job. Thought we guarded pretty well in the first half. I thought in the second half we had a couple lapses. This is a team we knew we wanted to try to keep them in the 60s. Great credit to Charlotte. There's a reason they're 6-2 and towards the top of the league. We battled. We battled with some injury stuff, but we got to be tougher. We got to be better. We got to learn from this, regroup. But we also did some good stuff, just not the result we want. Got to protect home court. But 17 assists, 6 turnovers, getting to the foul line like we did. I thought we did a really good job there, but we got to clean it up to be better, to be at the top of this league. Questions?
When you set up your last possession in regulation, what did you talk about defensively off of whatever happened?
Yeah, we talked about it, right? I'd have to go look at it. From live, it looked like almost a broken play, lost it, flipped it, layup, right? Like it was 0.5, but we got to sprint back. I think we had a tip trying to grab the ball, but we got to sprint back. But we talked about make or miss. The refs do a good job. They got a hard job. They had a hard job. Yeah, I saw it from my angle in a different view, but they do this every night. So that's a great crew, great refs. But yeah, I saw it a little differently from my view.
Coach Gavin Griffiths, he leads the team in rebounds and blocks. Can you speak to how important he is?
Yeah, he's a huge piece, right? Averages over 13 a game. His ability to make shots. Especially, we thought we were going to see zone. They zoned us 8 possessions the first game. I think they've zoned 4 possessions in every league game since, but we spent a ton of time on the zone. But, other guys got to step up. And I thought we saw some got some minutes from some guys, and we'll keep getting better. But, yeah, we definitely would have liked to have had him tonight.
A couple times in the game tonight, Charlotte forced you guys into a couple shot clock violations. What were they doing that made those happen?
Yeah, it's credit to them. They guarded. We had 6 turnovers. To me, you want to try to avoid live ball turnovers. But I think we got to have a little bit more movement. I know 1 or 2 times we lost track of the shot clock, so we got to be a little bit better there. But again, 6 turnovers in a 45-minute game. I'm pleased with that stat.
And when did you know that Gavin was
Today, right before shoot around.
Is it a knee, an ankle?
It's something he's been dealing with all season, lower body. We'll see how he is tomorrow. It's something that we just check on daily and see how he feels.
Was Cam available? It looked like he was kind of warming up a little, but
Yeah, he was available tonight.
you went almost all the way with just wanting to have 2 bigs out there?
Yeah, we were getting our butt kicked on the glass, so we needed to try to figure out a way, right? And we had foul trouble early with some bigs, so I thought that was our best group, and like I said, I thought they did a nice job. We haven't played a lot with Baba at the 4, right? So you got to be able to adjust, and credit to those guys. But again, it came down to them making one play at the end of the game.
The rest of the coaches in the league know what they were getting involved when they got problems?
I don't know. I think Charlotte does a great job, player development. I think they do a good job getting him into some pick and roll spaces, and they throw it up to him, and he's huge. He's huge. And again, great credit to him. He had 20 against us out there last time and we won. We knew kind of, hey, they can't make threes. When Harrison scores double figures, I think they've won every game. Right? He has 16. So they got a lot of weapons. They play a lot of guys. But yeah, he's been great for them.
It was 1 possession in a long game, but I think you were up 7. Baba attempted his 3rd 3 of the season. Did you like that shot?
Look, he's worked on it all summer. I got to watch the play to figure out how much time was on the shot clock, what he would have liked. But, look, Baba played 34 minutes. I thought he played his tail off. He had 9 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, 6 rebounds. Like, that's what I'm going to take from the game, how great he played in those minutes and gave us huge minutes throughout the game.
Game where you needed rebounding, you were down Gavin. How much of a lift did Gilliard give you on the bench tonight?
Yeah, no, he was great, right? He had 6 rebounds. Again, we went a little bit bigger. UB picked up some fouls early. Kind of got out of a rhythm for him, but I thought Swish was great. And you guys step up, right? It's why you have a team of, I think we're down to 11 scholarship guys. Everybody's got to be ready and be prepared. And, I thought we did. Again, I thought we battled for a long part, but the game's 40 or however long it takes. Tonight, 45, but we got a finished game.
As far as defending, you didn't really double bonk? You felt like you had to play everybody honestly all around?
Yeah, again, I think you play a team where they make threes and they're really good, and we tried to take that away. Again, scored 68 points in regulation. At home, you want to win that game, right? We wanted to keep them in the 60s. If you look at all their league games, I think they've been in 74 or 73 in every game, but they're double overtime game versus Wichita State. So, again, 68 points at home. That should be enough in regulation that we should win that game. But credit to them, they made a play at the end, and then they played really well in overtime.
What was the difference in the first half and the second half defensively?
I thought we guarded really well. We had a miscommunication going into the end of the half, so that hurt us, right? 3 points right there. And, instead of going up 6, you go up 3, and it was their ball. But again, for the most part, you gave up 35 points, and they scored with 0.5 to go, right? If you're going to hold teams in the low 30s, right, in this league, that's a pretty good defensive effort. But, again, credit to them. They shot 54% in the second half, right? It's too high.
You figure you won't know about Gavin until Saturday?
Yeah, day to day. Like I said, we take it each day, see how he's feeling, talk with our medical staff, and go from there.
Coach, what are some of the main things you can take away from tonight going into Saturday?
Yeah, look, it's, again, we took care of the ball, right? You have 17 assists, 6 turnovers. Got to the foul line 29 times, right? I thought we did a good job of getting into the paint, getting downhill. But, it's going to hurt. Like, this hurts tonight, and then you got to move on. Like, this league is right away. Like, this is a great opponent coming in here Saturday night. So it should hurt. If it doesn't hurt tonight, then we're not doing something right. So it hurts tonight, and then we got to come right back to work tomorrow. And that's got to be our mindset. It's a one game each time. Same approach we had for this game, we'll have for Saturday night. Thank you.